Hey everyone, I'm Mind, and I just got another copy of the LEGO Ninjago Magazine. This month, the minifigure they include is Scuba Jay, but we'll take a look at him in a little bit. First, let's take a look at the magazine itself. Alright, and with the minifigure removed, we can see the full cover. LEGO toy with a lightning harpoon and a katana, Scuba Jay. Revealed, the season's top villain. I feel like the writers of this magazine really have lost touch of what a reveal is. They keep going like, revealed new sets, revealed new villain. Both the show and the sets came out months ago at this point. It's cool to get more info about Kalmar, but is it a reveal? No. We also have an ad for the comic Underwater Adventure. Help me, Lloyd, I'm on it. You got a big crab right here. That is a large boy. New set, the Hydro Bounty. Okay, didn't they already have an ad for the Hydro Bounty in a previous set? Mech vs. Monza, what have the ninja awakened? Alright, let's open it up. Oh, how I've missed you. I've really missed you, first page ad for Master of the Mountain. Thank you so much for still being here. If you guys didn't watch my coverage of last month's comic, this first page ad for Master of the Mountain, which has been here for like a year, was missing last month, and it was very disappointing. It was like halfway through the magazine instead, but it's finally back to the first page. Why don't they switch it to the island? Why don't they switch it to Seabound? I don't know, but they're still advertising Master of the Mountain on the first page right here, which is very funny. Table of contents, as always, we're looking for the Scuba Chicken. We got two cool posters. Here's another little ad for the comic. Alright, let's see what the first page is. Also him. Master of Lightning. Jay is always up for a fun time. More reckless than fun, however, is his underwater effort to get the Hydro Bounty moving again with his lightning energy. Electricity and water don't mix very well. If I could be a fish, I would be a lightning-fast shark. Okay. The villains are struck with terror by his awesome lightning harpoon. Batteries, fishing lures, or chewing gum. What's in Jay's belt pouches? Write down your guesses. One head, two faces. Dual-sided heads, guys. It's revolutionary. Did you laugh at my underwater joke? I only understood blub blub blub, so no I didn't. Okay, so this one, the two heads, these two, they're talking to each other. Alright, and this little game right here, just supposed to draw out the shape of Jay's lightning bolt. Interesting. From Master Diver to Master Farmer. What? Okay, I'm very confused. So this one you just have to make Lego bricks connect from here to here, I think? And then this one, you just have to draw a line with your pencil and collect all the ninja masks without touching the walls. What does either of those things have to do with farming? I don't see farming mentioned anywhere else. I'm very confused. Head Chef Zane. The Ice Ninja loves to cook for his friends, but Zane always gets confused about who likes what and how much. Help him out. Alright, so I have to figure out which of these plates are for which of the ninja. Oh, it's like a bunch of little riddles. This is actually fun. These kind of word problems I used to really enjoy, so this is actually really cool. Here's a draw your own Prince Kalmar. Interesting. Alright, and then here is the comic. So as always, I'm not going to read every part of it to you, but if there's anything especially interesting, I'll point it out. But of course, you can feel free to pause the video and read it for yourself if you'd like. Alright, so this is once the team heads underwater in Seabound is when this takes place. And it looks like the Woobots are coming out. That's very exciting. Oh, so the Woobot's talking, and he's actually describing some really cool stuff. It's the story of Nyad and Wojira, and obviously we did get this in Seabound, but it's cool to get the illustrations and everything here. They don't say Nyad's name directly. Also, Nyad was a woman, right? Because they say he stood up to the huge sea serpent Wojira. Pretty sure Nyad was a woman, so I don't know why they're describing her as he, but okay. But regardless, these illustrations are really cool. It shows her fighting alongside the Keepers to take down Wojira. And they also talk about how sea creatures in this part of the Endless Sea evolved differently to be more dangerous and big and scary. And then, uh-oh, Crabzilla. Okay, this is kind of interesting. They have Lloyd's Hydromech in two different colors. There's obviously the green one for Lloyd, but then there's also a blue one, I guess, for Jay. Huh, I wish that was actually a set. That would be cool. Holy Spinjitzu, this cranky crustacean isn't backing down. Alright, and they're trying to find a weak spot in the crib, and it's a break in the comic. Because, oh boy, we got deep sea shooters. Alright, you're just supposed to add up their scores and see who won. Love this render Cole with orange flippers. That's pretty cool. And then we have the posters in the middle of the comics. So, first we have this one of Kai that just says, Kai turns up the heat, and then he's got a huge explosion behind him. I don't care too much for this one. Cool to get that render really big, but Scuba Kai's not even canon, and I'm not a huge fan of the posters with all the text on them. Alright, and then on the other side you have all the Scuba Ninja, and it says Ninjago. This one is okay, it's cool in theory, but my biggest issue with it is this weird filter put over the ninja. Like, they went into Photoshop and cranked up, like, the clarity slider, so they look really sharp, but it just feels a little disturbing. I'm not sure why they did that. It doesn't look good, especially on these renders. I wish they would just use the official renders unfiltered. So that kind of ruins this poster for me. Without that, this would be really cool, but I'm just not a fan of how they did that. And the text isn't great. It would have been cool just to have the ninja. But with the posters removed, now here's the next page. It's just the Spot the Differences game. And then we are back to the comic. I really love the colors on this page. Really pretty. Okay, so instead of attacking the crab, they tickled the crab. Sure. Uh-oh, the jellyfish sting. Okay, and they're able to escape, and now they're back on their way back into where we see them in Seabound. Overall, this was a fun comic. I wasn't a huge fan of the actual plot, but seeing the Woobot was funny, and getting more Nyad info is always really cool. So as a whole, I'm pretty happy with it. One of the better ones. Sinister Squid. This slippery crook is not to be trifled with. Prince Kalmar is the chief villain of the underwater kingdom of Merlopia, and with each of his 8 tentacles, he has committed at least one evil deed. Oh, interesting. Okay, and then we just have a bunch of spoilers for Seabound, so good thing this wasn't actually a reveal, because if it was, it would have just told us everything about the season. Pretty much it gets you up to the final, 3 episodes, and doesn't spoil that part. But yeah, there's 8 evil deeds that Kalmar has done. And then we have an ad for the Hydro Bounty, so there is a set that exists. If you would like to purchase it, you can. Damaged temple, you have to match each number to the blank. Okay. The featured fan section's back. This wasn't here last month, so I was actually confused as to where it went, so it's cool to see that that's back. I like this Fermi drawing, that's pretty good. And that's the end of the magazine. You can see an ad for next month's magazine. It comes with a Hydro Whipper, which is very exciting. Being completely honest, it's not that exciting because he is one of the most common villain figures. He comes in every set. But you know me, I love my Hydro Whippers, so I'm very happy to get another one, so I cannot wait for that one. It looks like the comic is also going to feature them, which is very cool. And then you have this little treasure box that you can cut out in the very back, and that's about it for this magazine. So now let's look at the minifigure. Alright, here's the little poly bag that comes with the magazine. You can see Scuba Jay right there, as well as a 3D render of him. Looks like there's a hole in it. Hopefully no pieces fell out, but let's get this opened up and see what's inside. It looks like all the parts are there. Alright, and here is Scuba Jay all built up. This figure is a pretty good one. Not my favorite of the scuba suits, but not my least favorite either, and he is a good one to get. Last month we got Scuba Cole, and this month we got Scuba Jay, and both of those two come in a $40 set together. So if you get those two magazines, you don't need to get that set, so that's kind of interesting. However, $40 is on the cheaper side when Ninjago sets him this way, so he's not the most rare or valuable figure, but he's still appreciated and a good figure to get. His accessory, he just has a harpoon gun with the lightning coming out. I always love getting the lightning pieces because it's always fun to get ways to represent their elemental powers. Obviously, you could take that off of the gun and just use it in Jay's hands and just have Jay be shooting lightning. But the harpoon gun itself comes in pretty much every Seabound set. Jay's attachment in the sets is slightly different than this, but as a whole, this isn't that interesting or exclusive, which is a little bit disappointing to see because usually the magazines come with really interesting or unique weapons. So while this is kind of unique, there's not much going on here. It's only 3 parts, so it doesn't excite me too much. He also comes with the black flippers, of course, like all the scuba suits come with, and he also has a silver katana at the back, which you can remove. Removing the scuba gear, there's what Jay looks like. You can see his full face and torso prints, and there's the back torso print and alternate face. I do overall really like the colors in this guy. I like the combination of the dark blue and the normal blue, as well as the yellow. It all just blends together really well. Really good figure overall. I would have preferred a rarer, maybe harder to get figure, but he is a good one, and I'm happy to have another. So, overall, what do I think of this magazine? I think it's pretty solid overall. Last month they tried something new with the format, and they completely switched it back this month, so I don't know if last month was just a beta test, or nobody liked it, so they went back to the original, I'm not sure. But yeah, it was a return to their classic style, and I thought it was pretty good. There were some interesting games in there, the comic was pretty fun, and the minifigure was decent. Not the worst minifigure we've gotten, but not the best either. Just an all-around solid one. By far the cheapest way to get this figure, but he's not a super rare figure in the first place. So I was satisfied with this magazine. I felt like it was worth my money. Do you need it? No, probably not. But if Jay's your favorite ninja and you don't have the set that he comes in, yeah, this is a great way to get him. Weapons could be better on the figure, but the figure itself does have a lot of parts with the flippers and the scuba gear and everything, so I'm overall fairly satisfied. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think of this magazine in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please press like, subscribe if you're new. I do LEGO and Ninjago videos like this almost every day, so if you subscribe, you'll be the first to see them. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.